Hi everyone, so before I start this video I realised that when I was going through my books to put away I'd missed a picture from Fairy Celebrations. I think it was because I'd shown you the other page that I'd done first and it was further back in the book, and then I forgot to do this one. But yeah, anyway, so this is the page that I did throughout April. So the other one was a whip and this one was a page that I started and finished. It took me quite a while, but I was really pleased with how it turned out. The background did take a while. I also did a tutorial in it, and the mushrooms and the the lantern are very, very similar to how I did the translucent objects in my other tutorial, so if you want to check that out, please feel free. The lanterns are exactly the same. All I did with the mushrooms was I didn't put the glaze on, so I coloured all of the colour behind it first, and then I put a layer of white ink over the top, and then I put a bit of silver glitter gel pen. So I'm just going to kind of move it so you can see all of the glitter gel pen and stuff. I'm doing this handheld because I just realised quickly and I thought I would just show you before the actual video starts. So yeah, I was so pleased with this, and I really don't mind taking my time with these pages because I really want them to turn out well. And yeah, I was really happy with it. So apart from the pencil, which was mostly Holbeins, in fact it was all Holbein, apart from a couple of pencils, I've also got some glitter gel pens. So there's clear glitter gel pen on these bubble things, kind of like dew drops. And on the butterfly, there's some Stabilo and Staedtler fine liners, and then some blue glaze and clear glitter gel pen, and a jelly roll glaze as well. So there's quite a lot of various things in here. Also some more glitter gel pen on top of fine liner, some glitter gel pen on the ladybird as well. So quite a lot of variety. There's some Posca glitter gel pens there as well. But I had so much fun with this, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and I'm so sorry if this part has been shaky, but yeah, enjoy. See you later. Hi everyone, it's Imogen. Welcome back to Colouring Kid. I hope you're all staying happy and healthy, and this is my completed pages video for April. This month has gone so quickly, and partly because I think we've been in lockdown and we've not really been doing that much, and also because 2 weeks of this month was my Easter holiday, so I did have a lot more time to colour, but it did just go so quickly. I don't know where the time's gone. I'm very surprised at how much I managed to get coloured this month, and obviously I've had more time because I've, when I've done all the work for the day, I don't necessarily have as much work to do, so it is nice just being able to colour and keep up with my other hobbies as well. So before I actually get started on my pictures, I've got a couple of other arty things to show you. So as you know, I've done my 12 postcards that I've coloured, no I haven't coloured them, I've drawn them for my mum, and she then watercolours them in. So this was her May picture, so she did it a bit early so that she can have it up for the whole of May, so that's what she's doing. She opened it yesterday, I think. And yeah, this is how it turned out. I think it's lovely, and she used a 24 set of watercolours that she had when she was younger, and now I use them a lot as well. So yeah, I think it's gorgeous, and this paper's really, really nice as well. So that's her second one that she's done. Also, I've started working on a final piece that I've had to do for art. So our theme for the past term that I've just had from January up until the end of the year has been identity. And now we've got to start thinking about our final piece. And I know obviously that's a long way off. July is when our final piece should be done because it's the end of the school year. But we have to plan it in this first half term and then complete it in the second. And so I've started doing a bit of experimenting with different mediums about my subject matter, which is the Joker. So I am studying Jekyll and Hyde in English, and I thought with the whole duality of their personalities and stuff, Joker is also a really, really good one, because the film actually that I have watched is so good, and it really shows his dual personality, you know, of his life, his dual life. So I thought that he would be a really good person to do about identity. So I've had an experiment with how I want it to come out. So this is Joaquin Phoenix. He played the Joker in the recent film. So I took half of him and half of the Joker and put them together as the person. And then I had to go with pencil. So this is my pencil drawing. These are just small replicas. So this is an A5 piece, and it's obviously even smaller than A5. I'm not sure how big it will actually be. But yeah, I've tried pencil, I'm going to do watercolour, and then I've also done half of a coloured pencil one. So I haven't quite finished this yet, obviously, because I haven't done the other half. But yeah, I'm really happy with how they've turned out so far. It's probably my favourite thing that we've done for the identity topic so far, because this last time I did a final piece, I kind of went with more of a pretty picture rather than something that actually meant something. You know, when you look at it, you actually feel something. So I'm hoping with this final piece, kind of the depth of kind of looking at it and being able to see visually the meaning behind it, I'm hoping it will be better. So that's just what I've started so far for my project. I've got a lot more research and stuff to do before I make up my final mind. But yeah, that's that. I've also got a very small picture that I did. Now, these are the really small colouring books that I actually received from Happy Colourist J. They are German, I believe, and the cover has fallen off this one. Let me have a look and see if I can find... Here we go. So this is the cover of the book that I coloured out of. This is the spring one, and then I also got the summer one, and yeah, they do fall apart, which is really, really unfortunate, but they are only glue bound. But the one I did was a really nice Eastery one, and it was the Easter Bunny, and I did this all with my gouache. If you didn't see my colour in chat, basically for Easter we get a small present and a bit of chocolate rather than a, you know, massive egg, and I got the empty, the empty palette from Arteza. So it was the 48 empty watercolour palette, and I filled it with my gouache. So after a while they do crack, but then when you apply them with water again and again, they still work absolutely fine. So you can put gouache in a palette if you wish to, and it's so much easier than having all of the tubes out and trying to find the right colour. So this was the first thing that I did with them to test them out. You know, it was so much easier. This would have taken me twice as long usually, but it didn't. So yeah, I really, really like how this one turned out, and I've been using my gouache a lot more now that it's so much more accessible. So yeah, that's that. I have also done a PDF for this month. Now, I have actually been getting more into PDFs recently, just because various people have been giving away free PDFs, and also I bought a couple, so I'm going to show you those. So the one that I actually completed was this one by Kelly O'Gorman. You can find this on her website, and in my colour and chat I also put a link to this. So this was her free picture for people during lockdown. So this one I did partly on a colour and chat, and this was all with Faber-Castell pencils, so my Faber-Castell Polychromos, Ecos and Classic pencils. I then got a load of glitter gel pens and just went over it all. And then I also have got a gold Jelly Roll pen and a silver Signo. I think that's about it. And I'm really pleased with this. For my first PDF, I didn't know how I'd really kind of get to grips with it, because it's a bit different. And also, it's my first page that I've done from Kelly O'Gorman as well. So I'm really pleased with how this one turned out. For the paper, I actually cut out some paper from my moleskin book. So I very carefully kind of got the binding and took it apart. Not the whole book, just a couple of sheets. This is a cream paper, so it's not for everybody, but I actually think that the pencils work quite well on it. The original book was rounded, but I cut it to a better size so that it would work better. And yeah, this one was called The Tree, I believe, and if you just go on her website, you can get this for free. So, a few more PDFs that I have got recently. You will have seen this one also in my colour and chat. I can actually find it. This one from Clara Markova. So this one's also free if you go on her website, and this is a great one if you're worried about chopping up your book. So, you know, in the back of her books she has the doors that you can cut out and then put into the pages, but this one is a great practice because you can practice doing it basically, and you don't have to worry about cutting up a book, you're just cutting up a sheet of paper. Again, this was my Moleskine book, and if you go on her website here, you can find it for free in her free section, or in my colouring chat I've also linked it down below as well. So yeah, this is a gorgeous picture, and I will definitely get around to doing that. I also just recently got some cardstock today, which I really needed some because I've just got bits of paper that I've been using. Every single time I've printed out PDFs in the past for various things, it's just been on printer paper, and it's really not good for me and my colouring style, because I don't really like toothy paper, and printer paper is quite toothy, so smoother paper for me I prefer. So I did want to invest in some. It wasn't that expensive, it's very smooth, but it does work well. I've tested it out a bit. So I'm going to print the Flourish book that Joanna Bassford has given out to everybody, which is so generous of her. Yeah, I'm going to print that out on that paper so that it's all the same. And then I also went on her website and picked out this one because I really liked it. So she's given away so many free downloads as well as her Flourish book. So this one's from Secret Garden, and the Secret Garden that I have, the paper is dreadful. I mean, it's just not... the new copy is so much better. So this is just so much easier to do, and this was one of the pictures that I really liked in it, and I messed it up. I think I did, or maybe I didn't even do this one. Either way, I've got it now to do, so I will hopefully get around to this one at some point. I'm not sure exactly when, but these PDFs are great to just have to hand, so if I do want to do them, I can. So that's from Secret Garden. And then I actually bought two from Kelly O'Gorman's Etsy shop. So if you go on there, most of hers singularly are about £1.80. So these were £1.80 each, and I bought two. So this was the first one that I bought, and it's called the Music Tree. So, and again, it's a tree one. But the reason I chose this is because I absolutely love music, if you don't know. There's a piano there, which is just absolutely my thing. You know, I love piano, I play it. And this is more grayscale than the other one, but I'm really looking forward to testing out the grayscale. This one, the reason I got this was because I want to colour it and then put it up in my room, because it does represent me very well, and when I saw it I thought, you know, I've got to colour this. So I'm really excited to do this one at some point. It may not be next month, it might just be whenever I feel like it, but there's no rush for me to do it really. That's the lovely thing. And then this is the second one I got. There is more of a rush to colour this one, just because the reason I got it was to colour for my grandma and granddad when we next see them, whenever that is. So they actually recently moved, well, last year, it's still fairly recent, but they moved into a caravan, we call it the lodge. So once we've had a renovation in our garage, they're going to be half living here and half living there. So I'm going to try and colour it to represent theirs. They've actually got decking around theirs, but you know, it doesn't matter, it's not going to be exactly the same, but you know, I hope they appreciate it, and it will be really nice to give to them when we finally see them again, because I'm really missing them. So yeah, that's my small collection of PDFs. Now onto the actual books. It's already been 10 minutes. This is going to be a long video, I can already see it. So I did a really quick one in here. I didn't actually count it as a completer page because it's quite a minimal page. I didn't really do much, but again, I was testing out my gouache, so I literally just tested it to see how it was. And because this is a under the water book, I wanted to test how it would work, and it worked amazingly. It did crinkle a bit. Personally, I really like that. I think that's really nice, as long as it doesn't bleed through. And yeah, I really like the colour that I did on the octopus. So this was also for the Springtime Tentacles colour along, which was the B2A, hosted by B2A1N. Sorry if I wasn't saying that right. But yeah, that was just a small one. I did actually do another tentacle page for that colour along, but I just want to acknowledge the colour alongs that I do more. Okay, the next page I did was from Animalia, and I'm really glad I did get to this month. So the page I did was actually a very unusual one. I wouldn't usually pick it. It was quite a strange one, but I did gravitate towards it. So dragonflies is something that I would always go for, but not necessarily other flies. So the top two are is a mayfly and a crane fly. I can't remember which way, and then these two are dragonflies. So this was really fun to do. It was so relaxing. I actually did this whilst watching one of the Tiger King episodes, and I've actually watched all of it now, and if you haven't watched it, it's really interesting. There's been a lot surrounding it, but you know, if you haven't watched it, give it a try. It's really, really interesting. So this was coloured just with Crayola pencils, and then I went over all of the bodies and the wings and everything with a Jelly Roll Glaze, which is a clear glaze pen. And then on the wings I used a pearlescent acrylic ink thing. I'll get it, it's quite hard to explain. It's this, and it is an acrylic, isn't it? Have I got this wrong? Liquid acrylic, there we go. So yeah, that was a really, really fun one to do. Sorry, that's the door, I'm just going to go and get that. Sorry about that. So that's Animalia. Next book is Wishes and Wings and Wondrous Things by Corey Dantini, and this was a whip from last month. This one. So I really, really enjoyed doing this one. It was just marker and then lots and lots of gel pens on top. So I didn't use any pencil. It was just a couple of Copics and a couple of other pens, and then pencil hybrid dual metallic and a Jelly Roll Gold, and I think that's about it. I think it's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, I think that's it. If you can hear noise in the background, that's my family. It's pretty accustomed now. I can't even speak. Accustomed now that obviously everyone is home. So I forgot to mention that at the start. So next one is the Disney Princess colouring book. I got this at Disneyland. And I coloured this one. Oops. So I don't believe you can get this book on Amazon actually. So I coloured this one, and this was all with Crayola coloured pencils again. It was really fun, and I was actually really pleased with how I did the stone. So this was just a grey colour, the almond colour and a yellow. Did I already say yellow? No. Yellow, almond colour and a grey. So yeah, I didn't put anything else on this once I'd finished it. It was just pencil, because I also did this one a while back, which was just pencil and then the white gel pen, because it just worked with Ariel's tail. But yeah, this one was just all pencil, and yeah, I really liked that one. That was a fun one to do. Next one is from Mermaids in Paradise. This is by Denise Klett, and I did another one which I think was a whip as well. I think I was midway through this last month when I did my other completed pictures. And this one was Copic for all of the marker, and I believe it was then hybrid dual metallics and Wink of Stella on the tail, and then in the background it was pastel. And yeah, they're actually quite, what's the word, they're not very pigmented, so I have actually ordered some more, because mine aren't very pigmented, and they're very old. So yeah, I've got some coming. But yeah, this was for the Pink Hair Mermaid colour along, hosted by Nirma Colouring. So I actually started colouring this with the pink hair, and I didn't even realise that it was for this month. But yeah, it fitted perfectly in with the hashtag, so that's that one. Next one is Mein Spaziergang durch die Jahreszeiten by Rita Berman. I always get that wrong, I apologise. And it was the rabbit that I did for Easter. So this was all done with Prismacolors. And then I went over with quite a few pens again. So it was a Jelly Roll Gold, my Posca glitter pens, and some normal glitter gel pens. And yeah, I think that's it. This one was, again, quite a fun one to do. It didn't take long, especially since, you know, I was burnishing with the Prismacolors. The thing that took the longest and was most time consuming was the grey, purely because I had to go around all of the details and stuff like that. And I also did some fine liners, some of my pastel fine liners. So yeah, that was that one. Another fun one. Next one we have is the Ink House. I finished it, or I did 2 in this. One of them isn't really a page, it's a very small one, but I will find that first. It made sense to do it, so I did it. So this Clarabella the Crab one was a quick one that I did after the main image. So this was just done with Faber-Castell pencils again, the classics, ecos and polychromos. So yeah, that was a really, really quick one. The background was already there, so in some of the pages he puts grey or blue and various bits there already, and I really like that. But the actual page that I did was this one. So the reason that I did the Clarabella one too is because there was a crab in here, so I didn't want to lose the colour. So this one was for the tentacle, Springtime Tentacles Colour Along. The rabbit that I just showed you was for the Brighten Up April, which was colour any page with bright colours. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, so this one I was so pleased with. The tentacles for me did it. I really, really enjoyed doing them, and I'm so happy with how they turned out. So yeah, this was all Faber-Castell pencils, and then I went over with a gold Signo. Gold? Why am I saying gold? Silver Signo. My brain today, honestly. It's been a hard day at school. Well, not at school, but you know, working. So yeah, I again really like this, and I like how it's central. So I really like the central pages like this. So that's that one. Okay, next one is from Reese. So I did a page in here actually for the NHS. So this one could be classified for quite a few colour alongs. So for the Brighten Up April, or what are the other ones that I've got here? I've got quite a few. Oh my gosh, there's so many here. The Rainbow Colour Along, hosted by Colouring by Little Pickle. But yeah, there's quite a few here. So yeah. And so yeah, I coloured this one for the NHS because for all the brilliant work that they're doing, and you know, lots of people are doing rainbows and things like that for them at this time. So I coloured a bright rainbow in its traditional colours, and I did the pastel background. You can see how desaturated the colour is. These are the Rembrandt pastels that my mum's had, and then now I'm using, and they're not very pigmented because they're so old, and the ones that I got about a year ago are just cheap ones that were about £10 I think, and they're not very pigmented. So I have got some Rembrandt ones which hopefully will be more pigmented. So I've said that word so many times. So I then coloured everything else with colour pencil, my usual colours, and then I outlined all of the what's it called, the rainbow, I lost my words, and the water in a clear glitter jelly roll pen. I didn't manage to put absolutely all of these pages up on my community tab because quite a few of these I did in the last couple of days and I haven't got round to it, but I'm going to try and do group posts more, so you know, kind of 5-ish pages together like I did. This one was in a post the other day. But yeah, I do post most of my computer pages on the community tab if you would like to check them out. So yeah, that's that one, Drew Marie by Maria Troll. Okay, next one is Fairy Celebrations, and I actually did 2 pages in this. I'm going to show you the whip first, even though it's further back. Okay, so this one, it was a whip last month. Let me just check. I believe it was. Yeah, it was. So it was a whip to finish this month. So you did see most of this in my last video. But this was so much fun. I really enjoyed doing this page. I absolutely love how it turned out. It was a page that I was really, really proud of. So I have a translucent objects video on my channel showing how I did those, and the curtain also. Has this light? Oh no, I thought the light had dimmed, but it hadn't. And for the background, I found a picture of a vintage wallpaper and copied it, and I decided that these reminded me of cherry blossoms, so I wanted the water to be cherry blossom colour, obviously pink. And yeah, I was just super happy with how this turned out. I went over with lots of things. So I've got a silver gel pen, a gold gel pen, glitter Poscas, glitter gel pens, so much. And I've written down the colours of the bat. It's my favourite thing on this page because there are quite a few bat pictures in her books, so I wanted to make sure that I kept the bat. I mean, even though the bat is meant to be a bat, I think it's really cute. Let me turn it around so you can actually see, because he's upside down. So that's my bat there. Ooh. I forgot to mention again, oh my gosh, I'm so bad at keeping up. The page that I did from June Reese was for the Hope and Happiness 2020 colour along that Effie Colours hosted. Actually, she's doing a colour along in May, which is all around monsters and kind of doing an early Halloween colour along. So maybe I'll do one of the back pictures in Carla's books. Oh, that's given me a couple of ideas. Okay. Oh, I just can't wait to get stuck into her books more. With that in mind, actually, for my, I can't speak, sorry, my grandma and granddad had given me a bit of pocket money for Easter, and I actually got Tenderful enchantments. So I went through a website that Miriam had shown me. So if you go onto the tab where I was asking about Tenderful enchantments, she's put a link to a Czech website. So it was kind of hard for me to do. My mum had to help me, and there was we had to do a bank transfer, which isn't the easiest thing, but it did work. And from the time that she sent it to the time I got it, it was a week. It was so quick, even with everything going on. I haven't yet coloured in this, but I definitely will be, and I believe there's a gorgeous back picture in this. Yeah, this one. So maybe I'll do that one. I don't know. There's quite a few in here. It's just amazing. So now I have, very fortunate to have all of her books. So I absolutely love it. I did get the Czech version because I think the Czech version was about £5 cheaper than the English version. Overall, so I had to pay in euros and then it translated into pounds. I think it was £23 including shipping in total, which is really good. Maybe it was either 23 or 28. Either way, really, really cheap compared to buying it on Etsy. So that may be a good, if you are trying to get hold of her books and want a slightly cheaper option, I would definitely suggest looking at the website. If I can find the link, I'll put it in the description for you. So let me write that down, otherwise I'm going to forget. I will forget. Just bear with me a minute. There we go. Okay, I've written that down. I'm not going to forget it. So now we have the flower year. So I did 2 pages in here. I got my 2 pages done. Really, really happy about that. So the first page I did was my April page, obviously, because I'm doing all of the month pages. This one took ages. It was so detailed. But I did it. I did it. This was also a whip from last month because all I had done from last month was the rabbit and everything else was for this month. So this was definitely the most detailed page I've done. I did enjoy it. Some of the bits were a bit tedious, so, you know, it was quite tricky sticking with it at times. I think I had done a couple of bits and then I just decided, right, I'm going to get it done. So I did. And I really like how the chaffinches came out. And overall, I did try and make everything as realistic as I could, and I am pleased with how it turned out. I do think with busy pages like this, it is hard to keep everything cohesive, but I did try to make things realistic, so, you know, sometimes when they are realistic, the colours aren't necessarily meant to go together exactly, but yeah, I am pleased overall with that one. And the other page I did was one I actually did yesterday, so just did it. I just sat down and decided I need to stick to my original plan of doing 2 pages a month. So I did this one. This is actually from the May section, but it doesn't matter. So this is the Fumitory and Red Campion. Sorry, I just dropped the book then. So this was all done with Holbeins. Yeah, all Holbeins. So again, I really enjoyed doing this one. The thing I most enjoyed was these flowers The leaves, you know, they're just leaves, but the flowers were a lot of fun. These flowers, oh gosh, they were either, I could either do them this colour or a pinkish, a really bold pink, and I decided because I've already got the bold pink here, I would do more of the purpley colour. So, and also it kind of went well. This page actually goes really well with the June page, which I'm really happy about, and I wanted to try and make it as good as possible because I really like the June page. So they're the 2 pages that I have done from that. And finally, a whip that I have. So some of you may know, if you've seen my favourite completed pages video, I got a second copy of Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. So I completed Ivy and the Inky Butterfly originally in November 2018. So it was from November 2017 to 2018. I've got a video coming which will be after this probably, which is my favourite pages that I've done from Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, and that will also be with my mum. So my mum was in the other video as well. So because I had completed it over a year and a half ago, I really wanted to colour some of the pages again. And also, I only recently found out that Joanna Basford wasn't coming out with a book this year. I thought she was, because she always, you know, she always comes out with a book every year. But her new book isn't coming out to 2021 apparently. So I thought that, you know, I really, really want to start it all over again. I know it's crazy. But yeah, this was my original copy, and this is my new copy. Now, just for a couple of notices about this, my original copy was printed and bound in China, and the UK original copy has a really thick card cover, and also the paper is more of an ivory colour. My new copy is slightly whiter. I'm not sure if it's just from how much I was using it that it's turned yellowy, but this is definitely brighter. And this one is printed and bound in Italy. Now the paper is slightly thinner and the cover is thinner. Doesn't bother me because I'm just using pencil, but that's just a thing about it. I'm not sure if the publishing has, not the publishing, like this might be the 2nd or 3rd round of the book, so it may just be that all of them are printed in Italy for the UK. But I did notice a little bit of a difference, but it doesn't bother me at all. It's still a gorgeous book, and it's all pristine and new, and oh my gosh, I love it. So the page I've decided to start from the beginning. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick that way, but I have started the first page. So I have actually written a couple of things about some pages, about things I want to keep the same and things I want to change. So for this one, I wanted to change quite a lot. So I'll just show you. I figured every time I complete a page in this book, I'll show you the 2 pages compared. So this was the original page that I did. Got nothing against it really. I do really like it. There was just a couple of things about the colour palette that I kind of wanted to change. I wanted this to be more of a darker brown goldy colour. I wanted these to be forget-me-nots, so they'd be blue, and I wanted these jewels to be slightly different. So this is what I have come up with so far. So it's definitely more of a goldish brown colour. The crown up here is more of the original colour that I had, and these jewels I really like, and I'm going to do little flecks of white gel pen as well on those. So this is all done with Holbein so far, and I didn't get to use Holbein in my other book because I had completed it too soon before I got it. So I'm really pleased to be colouring this again, and you know, someday maybe I will have it done. But this time what I really want to focus on is taking my time with it. I feel with some of the pictures in my other version I did rush them because I was like, I have to get 2 pages done a week. That was crazy. I never really achieved that, but I did complete it in a year, which is actually really fast. So I'm not expecting that same pace, but I'm just going to take my time with it and do things when I want to do them, not feel pressured to do it, and yeah, just see where it leads me. So I really like how this is turning out so far. And you know, if you were a bit skeptical about getting this book, obviously because it's got the writing, just go for it. It's gorgeous, and in my opinion it's my favourite book that she's ever done, and it's just very special. So yeah, that's everything that I have coloured and done for April, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed seeing this video as always, and I love watching these videos. So please all stay safe and well. You know, I know this time is so scary, and you know, we don't know what's happening, but I'm thinking of all of you, and I just hope that you are all okay and staying at home and staying safe. So thank you so much for watching again. Everything is down below as usual. I am still doing the Q&A for my website, so if you have any questions related to colouring that you would like me to answer, please pop them down below. I've also got a community post that I did about it. But yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone!